Story title: Reward for Betrayal. Written: Diarmedwaye Rantimi. Picture generated by AI. Marriage is meant to be a shelter, where two souls stand as one against the storms of life. But sometimes the storm comes from within. Aid and Said had been married for many years. Their love was once the envy of neighbors, built on laughter, shared dreams, and simple contentment. But life changed the day Aid lost his job. Days turned into months, and months into years. Aid searched endlessly, but doors kept closing. Slowly, frustration took over his spirit. While he sat at home battling shame, Said rose like a pillar of strength. She was gentle by nature but fierce in responsibility. She worked multiple jobs, cleaning offices, selling goods, and joining cooperative savings groups just to keep the family afloat. She became the breadwinner. She paid the bills. She fed the children. At first, Aid was grateful, but gratitude soon gave way to envy. His pride bled quietly each time Said returned home tired but smiling. Each time she counted money she had worked hard for, he felt small beside her success. One evening, Said returned from a cooperative meeting carrying a large traveling bag. Inside it was money years of savings meant for the future of their children. She joyfully shared the news with her husband, trusting him completely. "God has helped us," she said with relief. Aid forced a smile, but something dark stirred within him. Not long after, Aid got a job as a night security guard. It seemed like life was finally turning around. But unknown to Said, his heart had already been poisoned by jealousy. That same night, Said was still discussing plans for the money when Aid said he needed to step out early for work. She watched him leave, unaware that betrayal was wearing the face of her husband. In the dead of the night, a single-armed robber stormed the house. With gun pointed at the children, they screamed. Fear filled the air. Said's heart shattered instantly. As the robber demanded the money, she knelt in tears and begged him not to harm her children. "Take the money," she cried. "Please, leave my children alone." She handed over the bag, her sweat, her sacrifice, her years of pain into the hands of the thief. In the chaos, as the thief turned his back to quickly rush out of the house, an extraordinary strength came on Said, and she thought that in her mind this thief is unprofessional, turning his back against them, so she smartly laid hands on a mortar and hit it hard with all strength, coupled with anger, on the head of the thief. As he was trying to quickly walk away, he collapsed instantly. Blood gushed from his body, soaking the floor. Said screamed aloud, "Help me! Help me! Oh, thief, thief!" Neighbors rushed in after hearing her voice. The thief was on the floor gasping for breath with the bag of money in his hand. They unmasked him. It was Aid that disguised himself as a thief in order to rob his wife. Seeing the wounded robber, they quickly carried him to the hospital. Said followed behind, crying not as a wife who had lost money, but as a woman whose heart had been deeply broken. Before they reached the hospital, Aid died. The man who betrayed his wife for money paid with his life. The children lost their father. Said lost her husband not to death alone, but to betrayal first. And so, the reward for betrayal was not wealth, not freedom, but shame, regret, and a tragic end. Because money gained through betrayal never brings peace, only destruction. Spiritual moral lesson. Reward for betrayal. Betrayal does not begin with action. It begins in the heart. When hardship came, the husband allowed envy to replace gratitude and greed to silence his conscience. He forgot that marriage is a sacred covenant watched by God. The love of money blinded him, and in seeking wealth through betrayal, he lost his life, his family, and his destiny. What was meant to be gain became judgment. Hard times are tests, not excuses for sin. Money gotten through deceit carries a curse, but righteousness preserves life. Though the wife lost money, she kept her children and her peace. The betrayer gained money briefly but lost everything. For the reward of betrayal is never profit, only regret.